Capcom might have done it again, people. Resident Evil Requiem, man, that's a fucking word twister, is absolutely exploding right now. New reports suggest the game sales numbers are breaking records and fans are jumping in faster than anyone expected. And honestly, this is becoming a pattern for Capcom. Between Resident Evil remakes and new entries, the franchise has been on one of the most impressive runs in recent gaming history, I would say. But here's the real question. Is the success about Resident Evil itself, or is Capcom just outclassing the rest of the industry right now?
Are you not entertained?
All right, so let's talk about these numbers. Early reports show Resident Evil Requiem is selling incredibly fast, putting it among the strongest launches in the franchise. And that says a lot because the Resident Evil series has already had huge hits in recent years. Capcom seems to have figured out a formula that works. Strong horror atmosphere, modern gameplay improvements, and respecting what fans love about the older games. But now the bigger conversation starts. Is Resident Evil the most reliable franchise in gaming right now? All right, so Resident Evil Requiem sold 5 million copies in 5 days. Let me repeat that for the people in the back in the cheap seats. Resident Evil Requiem sold 5 million copies in 5 days, making it one of the fastest launches in franchise history. That's a big deal, people. It's likely the biggest franchise launch ever. And let's just put this in perspective. It hit 5 million faster than Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 4 Remake in 2023. That says a lot because everybody likes fucking Resident Evil 4. That milestone puts it alongside, like I said, Resident Evil Village, which also had a massive launch. This continues Capcom's winning streak with the franchise. Resident Evil 2 Remake sold 13 million copies. Resident Evil 4 Remake, 7 million copies. Resident Evil Village with 10 million plus copies sold. Capcom seems to have perfected the modern Resident Evil formula. The franchise is now one of Capcom's biggest revenue drivers. Now, listen, this is the big question. Has Resident Evil become the most consistent franchise in gaming right now? Infamous, what would you say to that?
I want to say Capcom has really been doing it lately. They have been really on their A game from the remakes of 2, 4, which I did play because I didn't play the original. But hey, my cousin, and you'll probably have heard this many times, she gets on me. I buy a lot of games. I also don't finish a lot of my games. I play and finish Resident Evil 4 Remake. Capcom, you are really doing it. I didn't get this one. I'm trying to be a little more responsible, not really. I just don't buy Resident Evil.
It's a lot of good games though on the schedule, so that's understandable.
Yeah. There's a lot of. You all know my big game is Crimson Desert.
Yeah,
I don't need nothing distracting me from that.
Yeah.
But I am very shocked this game sold that many that fast. That is a fever dream for developers. 5 million in a few days. You making money, baby. And Capcom is really on a roll right now. So I really hope that they can continue this because it really just shows the level of commitment they have to revitalizing the franchise, really putting, the money where their mouth is. Because at one point, Resident Evil was down in the dump. People felt some type of way with Resident Evil 6, but we're not here to talk about it. But I do want to give them a congratulations. I am not one of the 5 million, like I said. I got a lot going on, and I have my money set on bigger and better pastures. But hey, keep doing it. I do look forward to when I'll get it, when it's on sale eventually, probably towards the end of the year. But that's crazy. 5 million in just 5 days. I want to put this in perspective. That goes to show you what consumers want. These high polished, high quality, narrative driven games that is not just filled with bullshit and tied to the online. Even though you could probably beat this in a weekend, hey, people came out and showed, hey, I want this. And they bought it full price. So keep it going. Give us more, Capcom. Give us more.
Yeah, let's just give them a round of applause. They are really doing it. I've said this in past where we talked about this in passing. Our friend in our group chat, he deleted YouTube, Twitter, I think like 2 or 3 weeks before this game came out and that's another reason why I'm very shocked that it's selling so fast is because so much of the game was fucking released and everybody had this in their showcase and they were showing different footage and different mechanics and the people that got the game early was spoiling the fucking end playing and stuff like that. So it's a testament to our friend who was that dedicated to delete his social media so he wouldn't have his single player experience ruined by social media. If our friend is that dedicated, I can only imagine the real extreme Resident Evil players. So listen, Capcom, baby, I do think they're one of the most successful franchises right now because the numbers you can't take that away from them. 5 million in 5 days is just unheard of right now. And like my cousin said, people really want this type of experience. They're over the live servers, the always online, the shit that hey, these studios are shutting down the servers 45 days later. High guard. So, hey, this is a true testament of how players want to enjoy their games and real ownership, might I add. A lot of people bought this physically too. So, shout out to Capcom, shout out to Resident Evil. I probably won't play this no time soon because just like my cousin said, Crimson Desert is on the horizon and I'm playing a lot of Fire Red right now on my Switch. I haven't even been playing Arc Raiders because I've been playing Fire Red. So this is just not on my agenda right now because we just got some other things to get through. And this is a pack 2026. Also, I want to add that Capcom released Resident Evil Requiem and they're releasing Pragmata. That's
Pragmata.
Capcom too. Pragmata. Whatever. They're releasing another game this year. So the amount of revenue that, and if that game even half as successful as this Resident Evil game, they are basically a printing money making machine in 2026. And we all know in 2026 it's very hard for some of these franchises and some of these studios to make money. So shout out to them. But let us know, did you buy Resident Evil? Are you part of that 5 million? And if not, what did you think about it? Is it a real nice addition to the franchise? Do you like it? All that, let us know in the comments down below.
And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, Are You Not Entertained?